Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to another day of Fargo's Soul Mod. Today, it's Monday, the start of a brand new week, so let's make it a good one. Today, we're back in our pursuit to finally take down a hard mode boss. But today, I'm setting myself the challenge that by the end of today's episode, I have to take down one of these bosses. Yesterday, somebody commented that this part of the Let's Play is beginning to drag a little. Now, that sounds like a negative comment, but I actually agree. I do, and I was thinking about this last night, like, why is it feeling like a drag, even though we've had episodes in the past that have been failed attempts and all that? I think it's because when I think of the hard mode bosses, I kind of lump them together. So when you think about the fact that I've spent multiple episodes on, like, a singular boss, even though it's not a singular one, it is dragging a little bit. So, today, we will be victorious. I was trying to think of what word to use then. I went with victorious. Nice. Which is also the name of a Nickelodeon show from, like, 2009. Is that right? I've got no idea. By that point, I'd stopped watching. I don't even know why that is stored in my brain. But hey, that's the brain, right? Right? I don't know why I said that. Anyway, yeah, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. So, in my pursuit of becoming an absolute baller champion, we need to get ourselves a spirit lamp. Because, oh god, yesterday I said that we're going to go for something a little bit different. Now, this is a weapon I've actually never used before. Or I've had it maybe for a thumbnail, or I've made it as part of, like, a modded weapon, but never actually used it seriously. And I'm kind of excited about that. It's always nice to try something new. I've played a lot of Terraria over the years, as you all know. And it's kind of cool to try something different. So what we're looking for is one of those little, I don't know what they're called. I'm sure a lot of you probably do. But I'm looking for one of those ones that have, like, the genie trousers to them. Do you know what I mean? Whenever I think of it, I think of Ped, actually. Because Ped always uses the vanity set from the bottom of it as his little, like, avatar in Terraria. Or he used to do when he used to play a lot of Terraria. So I think of Ped. So anyway, I'm trying to get one of those. Wait, is that even the enemy? No, I think I'm right with that. I think I'm right. For a second, I was like, oh wait, is it this enemy here that drops the little trousers that he used to use? But I don't think it is. We're looking for the one that teleports about, basically. Hey, we found one. They're called Desert Spirits. Right, okay, so we need a lamp. I don't know how rare they are, to be honest, but we just need to kill a whole bunch of them. They seem to be spawning in quite frequently now. I mean, 2 in a row is pretty good. It might be that you need to be, like, lower down in the desert to get them to spawn. That would not surprise me. Also, a lot of you let me know that yesterday, the reason why I wasn't getting any of the sand elementals was because of the fact that we had NPCs around, and they do decrease spawn limits quite a bit. So that's interesting. You know what? Honestly, this little part of the episode, I kind of thought this might be a bit of a nightmare, especially considering getting the little fragments and such was such a pain with all the sand sharks and stuff. This is honestly so manageable, and I appreciate it, because I want the boss to be the challenge of today, not this. So, I was walking about this morning, as I often do, and a thought popped into my head, and it kind of never dawned on me before, and I was like, this is kind of crazy. So, for those who don't know, Terraria is about to turn 10 years old, and I've actually been making videos about Terraria since the very first day it was released on Steam, so therefore, it's going to be my 10-year anniversary of making Terraria videos as well, which is really cool. It's nice to actually share the anniversary in a way. And I was just thinking about the fact that, like, I've invested 10 years of my life to this, to one thing, to one goal. I don't really know what that goal is. Like, if I had a goal, I think I've probably beaten it by now. But it kind of dawned on me that, like, I've been doing this for 10 years, and it was only 6 years before that YouTube was actually invented and released to the world. And I was like, wow, I feel so old. And then I thought about the fact that only 5 years before that, the very first computer that allowed you to edit, like, home video was released, which was the iMac DV, something like that. And I remember those computers because we had them in school, like in my little, like, elementary school, which is what Americans would call it. I don't know, we call it infancy school, I think, in Britain. That might be right. It's been a while since then. But I remember these little iMacs. They were so cool. It's nice. That's just like, wow, time is strange. They say to master a skill it takes like 10,000 hours or 10 years. And I'm like, have I mastered anything here? Not really. You would expect by now I'd be the best Terraria player in the world. I think I rank like 50,000 probably. Hey, I got it. Sorry for the delayed reaction there. I was like, I saw the text pop up and I was like, wait, I thought it was just called a lamp. So I saw Desert Spirit and I was like, oh, I just got a banner. Right, okay. I can get out of here now. I just went back up to the surface, actually, to grab a battle potion. So that's why I was getting everyone. There we go. The Desert Spirit lamp. All right. Let's bang all that in there. This is a cool mask. I actually do like that mask a lot. We haven't acknowledged it in a while, but I do be looking good with this robot hat. Also, I want to say, big up to Magic Storage, you know, at the start of the mod, where they gave us all this free storage. Well, you know, the free gift and all that. Big up to that, because this is actually still not full yet, and I've not been upgrading it, I don't think. So that's awesome. Right, so let's have a little look at this weapon. I'm really excited to do something a little bit different. So, Spirit Flame. Interesting. And it's a material. Okay. So this could be something baller in the future. So we'll probably be doing Skeletron, by the way, I should say. Skeletron is probably going to be the best one. When you... Oh, Dijon's Curse. I think that's what Ped has. When you see this, you're like, oh my god. Fargo. This is too much. It's too much. We see all these enchantments. Because that's what you have to do, don't you? To get the final one. You have to make everything. What? Okay, so let's give this a quick reforge before we begin. Deranged? No. Mythical? Hell yeah. Mythical, that's right. It's not the mythical water bolt, but it'll do. Okay. Yeah, this weapon's cool. I quite like this. Look at that. That's kind of sick. I really have never used it. So, let me think about this. Should we... Nah, I was debating having a mana restore for us, but I really don't want it. It actually kind of bothers me. Right, let's do this. I am pumped. This is where things get different. Right, so what I'm going to do is... I'm going to do jump cuts if this fight doesn't go well. If you see it in a nice free-flowing style, you know we've done well. Spoilers ahead, but I want you lot to be as entertained as I am when I play this. I don't know what I mean by that, but hey, it's okay. So I might actually turn off my summon, by the way. I think maybe that might actually make a difference. So this is the big beef of the episode, right? The big beef of the Whoa! Okay. Screwed that up. Okay. But we got to where we wanted to be. I don't know why I said big beef for the episode. Hey, it's the big beef of the episode. But no, for real. We've got to the phase now where we were kind of getting to in the last episode. So that's where I think if I'm going to splice up the footage, that's probably where I'll bring it back. I'm talking as if I have an editor. I do not. It's all me. A clown has started ticking. Who cares? Right. Let's try it again. So we're going to do this all again. Once again with jump cuts. But this time, we're going to learn the attack. Because that's what I've got to do. I've got to learn all the attack patterns, basically. Okay. So when that targeting phase comes, it basically means... I've got to learn to stop doing that. But it basically means that the circle phase is about to begin. All right. I'm learning. Oh, so one thing that people recommended is I make some sundial. I don't know how to make it, so let's have a little look. So that I can finally skip time. Sundial. Let's see. Portable sundial. So it's a sundial mixed with a bunch of different stuff, really. So do I even have a sundial? Hey, I do. Thank the heavens. Sundial. Nah, I can't make it. And the reason I can't make it is because... Yeah, I don't know. Why actually can't I make it? Oh, it's because I'm stuck on weapons. Right. I think I need a Salt of Flight. I think that's what I need. Yeah, I need a couple of Salt of Flight. So I'm going to get working on that. Tell you what we'll do. We'll speak to the Deviant, who will sell a Cloud Snack. Forbidden... Oh, right. I didn't realize this. You could just spawn them in. Interesting. All right, well, I can do this real quick. I'll get this sorted. Oh, my God. Terraria, please. Okay, so let's make this sundial then. I am actually excited for this because waiting around is, you know, it's kind of boring. I use the time normally to just make a drink. That's what I normally, or I tab out and just watch a YouTube video for a bit. Right, so left click to swap from day to night, right click to activate the sundial effect. So left click. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it uses mana. Bam. Okay, interesting. That's really good. I'm excited about that. So yeah, let's have a little look at the Cobalt Shield then. Let's see if it's entwined in some kind of enchantment, which I presume it is. Right. Bam. What do you make? You make the Obsidian Shield. The Obsidian Shield turns into the Ankh Shield, turns into... Alright, okay. So the Cobalt Shield isn't what I thought. That's fine. Maybe we'll replace that with that. Now we got immunity to knockback. This is annoying because I'm always kind of... Yeah, I never know about these kind of things. I'm always like, Cobalt Shield is fine, but I'd rather just avoid the attacks and get a better accessory slot. But, that being said, you know, if I'm not going to survive if I don't have it, you know, it's not worth having, if you know what I mean. Alright, so we're probably coming into the next phase. Yep, there it is. So this is the phase we actually have to learn how to avoid. So we know that things come out in a circle, so we know about that. But then I think what we have to do maybe is... So I was talking about how we have to probably stay close to the fight. I'm assuming that maybe you only stay close during these phases, and then the game kind of lets you know, hey, you know, this awful attack is coming up. Time to get out the way. So that might be a case. I feel like my shadow dodge is taking the brunt of this, you know, in terms of just like my dodging and such. I feel like I wasn't really doing a good job of dodging then. It was like I was getting lucky with shadow dodge, which is never great. Right, so I'm having a little bit of a revelation, or maybe, I don't know. So, I've noticed that our titanium armor does have a debuff, and it's, if you go into like the shadow dodge phase, so you miss one attack, you have like a debuff for like a minute that reduces your damage by 33%. And I'm like, that's a lot. It's a lot to lose out on when you think about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I might actually swap over to adamantite armor instead. Oh yeah, I need to kill this clown. This clown is doing my head in. Here we go. Well, it's dead now. Yeah, I think I might do that. I think I might move over to that. So, is it... I need to think. Who sells the boss summons? Alright. So, died once again. That's fine. But as I was fighting, I was like, I think it's probably time to make some minor but pretty good upgrades, I would say. So, I think the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll go do this quickly, is I am going to try and get a Philosopher's Stone so that we can have... quicker potions, basically, and I think that'll make a big difference. And then also, let's actually make some better healing pots, because right now, we're healing for 100, whereas, let me double check this. These ones, for example, are 150, and I'm like, that's pretty decent. Like, let's go do that. So, we're going to go check out the Hallowed, and get some crystals. And then I'm also going to go to Hell, because that's the best place to get little mimics and stuff. So I'm going to get working on that, and then I'll be right back for more attempts. This is also, by the way, Stop the Crimson, and I'm really happy about that. But you can see it's spreading here, and I'm hoping it doesn't spread upwards. I will say, one of the things I just love about this fight in general, just, you know, the twins as a whole, is that if you do want to separate them, it's made so much easier by the fact that this one charges you. So you can kind of just aim all your attacks into his mouth. And I quite like that. Right, so here we are. Let's use Grav to our advantage. In before he actually matches the player's speed with his attacks. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. It's Grav. It's all about the Grav. Yeah, look at that. We're balancing it. We're balancing it. The second phase will not be all about the Grav. But this phase is. This phase is just Grav and nothing else. And as you can see, and this is the way I wanted it to go. Alright, I'm kind of messing this up now. Alright. But as you can see, oh, there you go. It's dead. Wait, is it dead? Oh, it's still alive. Get out. Get out. No. I was baited so hard with that. So it's not about the Grav. It's not a... Oh. If it's dead, it should die. Like, what? What's the point of the health bar? Oh, God. God. I thought I'd cracked it. Because now it doesn't even matter what you do. Oh. I'm fuming. I'm fuming. I actually am. I was so like... I thought I'd got it because I was like, right, if you take down one, the other one becomes vulnerable, you work on that. But now it's just like, it's a free-for-all. Right. So, checking in. I've been recording for about 3 hours today. It's kind of crazy. I'm no close to beating a boss, but I am learning. For example, I'm probably going to cut it out of today's episode because I don't want it being super long. But I spent a little bit of time getting used to the twins. And I learned that with the twins, it doesn't matter if you kill one of them, it still stays alive until the end of the fight. So I think that one is probably the hardest. I also tried Destroyer a little bit. I learned a little bit about that. I learned that while it's doing its kind of teleportation phase, there are like things you need to avoid. So that's kind of cool. But then I thought, you know what? I think what I need to do is make a banging accessory. So I just basically spent like 20 minutes flicking through all of the recent comments just to be sure to try and get the overwhelming like majority of what people have recommended. And I think the Palladium enchantment is probably the biggest one. So for that, you need one of these paintings, which is kind of cool. And I have one, so that's awesome. Right, so for this, we do need to make a key of night. Which, wait, what can I grab? All right. Yeah, we need to make a key of night. So I've got to go get some souls. Because it involves a weapon that you get from corruption mimics. What do you need for the whole thing? Oh, do you need a certain helmet? Any Palladium headpiece, right. So let's make 1 piece, 2. So we need more Palladium. That's the first thing. We also need a Palladium sword and then a life drain. So let me go quickly grab all of that. I tell you what, I'm fairly certain, this is a little bit fluky, but I'm fairly certain we can just buy the Souls of Night and stuff to make this quicker. We cannot. Although, you can buy these, right? I went and farmed for ages in the Hallowed for stuff. I've also upgraded some accessories. There's going to have to be a lot of jump cuts today, because I'm very committed to doing a boss. Alright, well let me go get all that stuff. Palladium, I'm just going to use the Mutant Man and spawn in queen bees and stuff like that. So I'll do that real quick. Hey, the wizard. Now, I have actually been looking for this wizard because I didn't even realize this is the only way to get greater mana potions. I thought you could, I thought you could craft them. Nah, it turns out you can't, and they're really good because they turn into the greater ones. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, like... Well, there we go anyway. So that's good. I'm glad I got that, at least. Because I did really want the wizard. And I spent a long time in the Hallowed, and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get a wizard, considering I can't even seem to get any. Ooh, okay, right. So, here is a Crimson Mimic. Now, this is the thing we're actually trying to get anyway. So, it'd be really good if we could beat it here and not have to worry about it. Now, the thing with Crimson Mimics, or Mimics in general, is that I like to have a lot of space to fight them. I think we're actually going to do it. Look at that. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, we didn't get what we wanted. We got a dart pistol, but that's cool. So at least we got a free shot at getting the life drain. So one thing I will say is, even though grinding can be, you know, a little bit annoying in Terraria, in this series, it's kind of nice knowing that, you know, all the random items and such kind of pay off a little bit in the future. So that's what I try and think about when I'm, like, doing this. I'm just like, well... it'll be worth it in the end. And I think that sounds a little bit wholesome. Hey, there we go. Life drain. Alright. Okay, that's done. So, deposit all that in there. I don't think I've ever used a life drain, by the way. That's another item I've just never thought to use. So, let's see. Enchantment. Enchant. Give me the one I can make. Why can't I make it? I'm confused. Maybe you need to make it a demon altar. That wouldn't surprise me. Palladium enchantment. Requires a crystal ball. There we go. Alright, well, just so happens I have. Well, I'm going to buy another one. I'm leaving one out, basically. There we go. Crystal ball. Baller. Great. So funny that I actually needed it and I actually got it, like, moments before. That's awesome. Right. Bang that in there. Enchantment. Let's go. So here we go. So what does this one do? Well, you briefly increase your life regen after striking an enemy. You spawn an orb of damaging life energy around you every 80 life regenerated, and you feel your wounds slowly healing. So I think this is a good one to replace the amazing... I'm not even wearing it. Never mind. I was going to replace it with the Charm of Myths, but I guess I'm going to replace it with... I might do... I'm trying to think about how I want to do this fight. This fight's so difficult. Because I really like this. I really like slowing down my invincibility. I'm going to go with that. There we go. All right. It's done. All right. So back on the grind with Skeletron Prime. All right. So I don't know what to say. I'm really, really, really struggling with this fight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm feeling frustrated. But I'm not going to give in. But I am just like... What? It deals so much damage. It smacks you so quickly and deals like 100 damage, which is 1/4 health. And it's got, 8 arms and fire. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, it's so hard. It's so difficult. That being said, I will not be defeated. I'll just try something else. I'm just going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until I beat this fight. Right, so checking in again. I think today's episode is just going to have to come to a bit of a close in a minute. I really did, and I really am trying to wrap up this little saga a little bit quicker. But theoretically, I can't I can't cram any more into today's episode. Today's recording is 4 hours. I think that's the longest recording I've ever done. Well, at least maybe since Supreme Calamitous. But I've learned a lot in today's episode. A lot that I'm not actually going to get to show because otherwise the episode would just be like an hour. But I've learned a lot about the mech bosses themselves. And I've learned about like the setup. And we've gone ahead and made enchantments. And I've done farming off camera. And we've got like the Charm of Mist now. And the Star Veil. Like, I feel like we're in a much better spot than when we started. And I've made new weapons. So I just made the Crystal Storm. I made this from a comment based on, from Cargo's comment. Cargo, this weapon is garbage. It's really bad. It's worse than I remember. And I'm not surprised you recommended it. Because I used to love this weapon. But yeah, it's not very good. This is way better. This is sick. This is... I don't know. But yeah, so I'm really glad we got that. But I think what I've learned is, I think where I'm going wrong. I'm going wrong in a lot of ways. For one, they're all really hard. Like no doubt. That's just kind of how it is. But the other thing I'm kind of rubbish at is picking weapons, I think. I've kind of gone wrong on the weapons. Because this is super powerful. But the reason why this isn't great for what we want is mainly because of the fact that it doesn't pierce. And that really makes a difference with the Destroyer and the Twins and Skeletron Prime. Well, not necessarily Skeletron Prime. Skeletron Prime is a different beast. I'm struggling with that because I can't dodge it, to be completely honest. So I think what I'm going to do now, or what I'm doing, is I'm spreading the hallowed biome out a little bit. Mainly so I can get some light shards. Because I think if I get a sky fracture, that might be the weapon of my dreams. I just want to quickly check. Why couldn't I make more holy water then? I kind of just glanced off at it. What is it that you need? Ah, pixie dust. Right, let me go grab some more pixie dust. But yeah, I think for today, we're going to round it up. I'm honestly really happy with today's episode. Even though I'm disappointed that I couldn't do the fight. I know you lot, and I know you lot would just say, all right, James, just grit your teeth, bear with it, relax, don't overthink it. And I think you lot are right. I'm like putting words in your mouth, but you are right. Like, I'm really happy though, because I do think tomorrow, when we come back into this, I think we're going to have an easier episode for real. And I quite like that. I also quite like that, because this is why I signed up to the mod in the first place. I like being a little bit stressed. I know it's a bit strange, but it's kind of nice to overcome a challenge. It does make the finale of it so much more rewarding, I think. And that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're making this hallowed. I'm going to let this spread. It probably won't spread that much because I haven't destroyed any demon altars. But we're making this hallowed so that we can get light shards. And then tomorrow we're going to work on a sky fracture. And we're going to have more montages of bosses and all that. I don't know how today's video will be edited up, but hey, I'll try my best. I've got a lot of footage to go through. But yeah, for today, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Shout out to our channel members as always. And I think that does it for today. What a long episode. I'm going to go relax for the rest of the day. Maybe do some reading and all that. Right. See you in a bit. Peace.